Goliath Sports reporting. It's a 15-yard penalty. First down. You know nothing about sports.
Nuts prod on the beat.
You know nothing about sports.
And we're live.
Back like bad checks.
That's an inside joke.
Woo!
Oh man, what a week! What a week!
All right, who gonna kick it off first? Who's going first?
Hey man, well, we do need to introduce ourselves to the public. You know, the three dudes, three amigos behind the you know nothing about sports podcast. I'm Brandon. Deep down in central North Kakalaki, where the barbecue is good and blood pressure is high.
All right. I'm Kennedy, your boy from DC that somehow is in Southern Maryland, where the service and the people are slow.
Man,
I think they call that
look
marriage.
No,
I think they call it.
no,
Yeah.
seriously. Try to eat at a restaurant down here. You're gonna see how slow the service is. Food's good, but the service is slow.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
I know. Yeah,
I thought they were all right down there.
No.
yeah, not in Waldorf too much. I know. I used to be right there in Clinton. Hey, well, look, this your boy Sean. You heard me? Uptown New Orleans, #1 Saints fan around this joint, living in Bristol, Virginia. That's right, ladies and gentlemen.
Hence
Bristol.
why he never picks anybody but the Saints in his matchups.
That's right, Bristol, Virginia.
You saying it like 3 times. I don't think it's a real town. You're just making that up, sir. You're in an undisclosed location. Just say it. Say it now.
Well, could be. Yeah, very,
Why did you?
Hey,
Why did you have to look around?
hey, witness protection. Why are you looking around like that?
let me look through these.
That's hilarious.
Well, maybe you are from New Orleans.
Hey, look, man. Hey, whew, boy, don't get me started about that. But hey, all right. So, we're gonna kick it off with some news. The first one we're gonna wrap up as the AB turns, as the K-man.
As the AB turns, should we go 1980s nighttime soap opera music? Or should we go current trap music? He's a ass.
I thought we was
Look,
gonna
man.
break out with some Young and the Restless music. Go ahead, B. What you got?
Man, I can't say that I saw it happening this fast. But then again, you know, he couldn't help himself.
Nope.
He found out about the guarantee that he was going to get from New England, and as soon as he found out about that guaranteed money, he went back to his old self within a span of what, 24 to 48 hours. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But kudos to Robert Kraft, kudos to Bill Belichick for, you know, cutting the dude loose and not covering it up, or, you know, Robert Kraft couldn't afford any more bad publicity anyway. Let's just be honest. He couldn't afford any more bad publicity. I couldn't even say publicity. So yeah, man, it's wild. I don't buy. He said that he's done with NFL. I don't buy that. I think he's just being emotional.
Yeah.
He's being emotional because he got yet more guaranteed money snatched out from under him because he can't control himself, because he can't be a mature human being.
Like $40 billion.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. So I fully expect to see him back in the league at some point. But
Hey,
crazy.
hey, B Wig. The whole time you're talking, you know what I was thinking? That Robert Kraft said, in the words of Mandelbaum, not in my house. Hey, so K man, what you got?
um, so he got cut from the team because, as we mentioned last week, a story in SI detailing several accounts of not paying bills, sexual harassment, and what he did was he essentially started a group chat with one of the women that are accusing him, and he posted the three pictures. I mean, two or three pictures of this woman's three kids, almost threatening her. And the author of the story, broke it on Twitter, and the Patriots said to themselves, "This is a bridge too far," and they cut him. And for an organization like the Patriots, who are dealing with their own scandal that no one brought up, no one wants to bring up until Antonio Brown brought it up, with their dealing with their owner and handsy stuff, they they decided just to let him go. It wasn't worth it. 'Cause actually, they didn't need him. It was just,
They
when
really
they got
didn't.
him, It was just like a middle finger to the NFL. But they don't really
Right.
need him.
Nope.
And so
Nope.
now he's going to re-enroll into college. He just finished a deposition on a lawsuit because he trashed a condo that he was renting. So
Hey, man. Like I told y'all before about this guy. I saw it coming. All the stuff when I looked at it and all the stuff he was doing. He was trying to get canned everywhere, but he didn't want to get canned in New England. But he didn't have any choice because look, the tsunami had already started. It was already
Mhm.
going downhill. Now I'm gonna tell you, people like that need help, and it's a pattern, and it started from when they were young. I'm telling you, man, it's the way they're brought up. When he got drafted, like in the sixth round, he was like, "Oh man, I know." In his mind, coming out of Florida, oh, I know I'm better than these guys. And I bet you anything, if we go back to like some high school coaches or some of the college recruiters, they heard the stories about him when he was in high school. I'm pretty
Mhm.
sure.
Yep.
Just give it some time. It'll all come out. But
well,
I'm gonna tell you, I wish the dude luck. I think he's gonna be out of the league for about maybe 2 to 3 seasons.
and then that means his career is over because he's already
Yeah.
32.
Yeah. I wouldn't. I wouldn't say that long. Maybe like I fully expect him in a training camp beginning of next season or next
Okay,
off season. I don't
okay.
think he's going. I don't think he's going to stay out that long. But you're 100% correct in that he needs help. And then with the stuff leading up to it, Kennedy said it a podcast or two ago, was saying how good the Pittsburgh Steelers PR department had
Mhm.
the good job that they did of covering stuff up. And I also think that Mike Tomlin had a strong hand in that and helping covering up that stuff.
All
But
right. So since you guys say he'll be back in the league, I'm gonna put on a fan's hat and ask you as two GMs, would you want this guy on your team and in your locker room? You go
absolutely
first.
not.
You go first, K man. Go, K man. What you got? Would you want him in your locker room?
Um, no, I would not want him in my locker room. Um, we all have a opinion about Ben Roethlisberger, and it's not a good one. But we all know how the organization feels about him, and he still went at him. I don't think he would respect um, the leadership in the locker room. The only reason it would have worked in New England is because the leader of that team is Bill Belichick, and he don't cut no cards. Most places are not like that. Most places, a quarterback or a really stalwart defensive player is the leader of that team. And look, one player can mess up a team, a
Hmm.
la a la Tio.
Yep.
So no, I would not want him on my team.
All right, B. So what you already said, Joe. You already said no, B. But why?
Yeah, I wouldn't touch him with a 10-foot pole because I don't need that negative energy in my locker room. I don't need that type of ticking time bomb in my locker room. His talent is not worth me having to look over my shoulder every minute of every day wondering what is this fool going to do next. I don't care if he does nothing between now and the next time he signs with the team. His history precedes him. His reputation precedes him. And so I wouldn't go anywhere near him.
All right. So that being said, by both of you guys, can we agree on that? As far as his talent goes, he's a top 5 receiver, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Even at his age, without
Mhm.
question.
All right, good point. So that segue into the next one that the K-Man, one you guys brought up, the Eli situation. So the question out there, America, since Eli got benched, is Eli still considered a Hall of Fame quarterback? What you think, B?
Eli, the case of Eli. There's two ways that you can look at this. You look at it from the standpoint of, the 2 Super Bowl MVPs. He quarterbacked the team that knocked off the 16-0 Patriots. But then you go from the other end, he's led the league in interceptions, 2 or 3 times? And, outside of those 2 Super Bowl runs, he's been, a lot of the time, he's been borderline pathetic. So, for me, I don't believe personally that Eli will be a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Ain't no first ballot.
I do think that he will get in. I do think that he will get in. You can't take those 2 Super Bowl MVPs away from him. He did that. He has that going for him. Number 2, he has the last name of Manning, and that will go a long way in ultimately getting him in. But I do think he's a Hall of Famer, not first ballot. Absolutely not first ballot.
All right, K-Man, what you think?
I don't think he's a Hall of Famer and never have. Will he get in? Yes, he will get in. But I don't think he's a Hall of Famer. He got drafted number one in 2004 because his daddy Archie and his brother Peyton. He did nothing at Ole Miss. Nothing.
Yeah, he didn't. Yeah.
Kind of like Daniel Jones. He had a career kind of like Daniel Jones at Duke.
Yeah, but Daniel Jones didn't have a Manning last name. If he did, he probably went number 1. And then him and his family, because he's a Manning, orchestrated a trade for San Diego out because he didn't want to go to San Diego. Orchestrated a trade to go to New York, and I think part of it was he didn't want to play in the AFC against his brother, which I guess he didn't want to get his brains beaten in all the time.
Yeah, he had
enough of that growing up.
I was getting ready to say that, B-Wig.
All right, so let's go to these Super Bowls that he has. He was MVP of those Super Bowls.
Yeah,
why? Because he threw two
balls.
Lucky passes. The real MVPs of those Super Bowls was that the defensive line who harassed Brady, got him off his spot. He don't like being around his legs. They shut him down. Brady was throwing erratic because, as Giselle says, he can't throw the ball and catch the ball at the same time.
Hey, wait a minute. So who was the receiver that caught the ball over his head? David
Tyree.
That's it.
Tyree. Yeah. Who went out of the league because he said something about gay people.
When Eli does get into the Hall of Fame, he can thank Mario Manningham and David Tyree for catching the ball.
Exactly.
All right, so check this out. I'm gonna tell y'all now. I'm gonna go on record. America is saying it. To let y'all know, there is another Manning coming down.
I know. Yes, I know.
Cooper's son, Arch Manning, plays football right down the street from my house in New Orleans. Isidore Newman, and I've been reading the hype about this guy. The last game, I think he threw like 5 touchdowns. I think he's he's only a freshman, but we'll see how that goes. Now, to the topic you guys are going to love.
Oh, I got one more topic about this whole Elon situation.
What you got?
In the 2004 draft, he was the number 1 overall pick. The number 4 overall pick was one Philip Rivers, and I think the number 18 pick was Ben Roethlisberger. I have a question to pose y'all. Of those 3, who's actually the better quarterback?
Philip Rivers.
Yeah, easily Phillip Rivers. Yeah.
That's all I wanted to know. Thank you.
Yeah, that's a no-brainer. That's a no-brainer for me.
I don't care if them dudes got Super Bowls. Look. Ben Roethlisberger's look at Ben Roethlisberger's stats in the 3 Super Bowls he played in.
Yeah,
Awful.
Man,
Awful.
look,
terrible.
my only sad thing to say about Phillip Rivers, man, good guy, got a bunch of kids. I don't know how you do it, but I'm thinking he's gonna go down like Dan Marino.
Yeah, he will. Because
Yeah.
Philip, he caught a lot of bad breaks as far as like the talent around him. Like he really last year was the perfect chance. It was his perfect chance. Last year,
Sure. Or 07.
I believe last year.
Okay.
I believe that they could. I believe that they could have made more noise last year. Had the defense been better, I think that they could have made more noise last year. Because I mean, offensively, before Keenan Allen, who did he have? Antonio Gates. And that was the only person he had. And LT early on in his career, he had LT.
Yeah.
But other than that, he really didn't have anything.
No.
That's
No.
true. Wow. All right. So, after Monday night's fiasco with the Redskins,
There's glee in this.
as I said I sent you guys my picks, and when my picks say I'm done with the Redskin experiment. I don't know where this team goes. I think a change needs to be made at the head coach level. I know Brandon's going to differ. I know K-Man, I know you're going to differ. So, K-Man, since you a DC native, what do you think of?
Okay, I'm gonna give you, as a DC native and a former Redskin fan, diehard. I left that team in 09 after that series of stupidity after stupidity, and what drove me to the edge was when they signed at 12:01 on the start of free agency, Albert Hainsworth.
I knew you was gonna say that,
and I said I'm out. I wandered the fandom desert for 3 years and then went west to the Denver Broncos. The head coach is a fraud. He is only in this league because of his last name. And that last name belongs to another person who's also a fraud. The general manager, president, is a business guy. But the problem is you were brought in to build a new stadium, but you still haven't done that. The main problem is the ownership. Now, people will always say, this is Daniel Snyder's 21st year owning the Redskins. And they're like, oh man, they've been really bad for 21 years. No, they have not. They've been bad since 1993. No, 1993. And Dan Snyder was not the owner then. Jack Kent Cook was the owner. But I don't blame Jack Kent Cook. I blame one Charlie Casserly for stinking it up from 93 to 99 when he finally got it right. But Dan Snyder got rid of him. And then Dan Snyder said, hey, Charlie Casserly, you went bad. Hold my beer. I'm going to go worse. And hire Vinny Serrato and the buffoons that have plagued this franchise for all. The reason why I brought up this topic was you two picked the Redskins. I don't know why. And I said one of the reasons why I said they want to win is because the Chicago Bears fans travel and Redskins fans are beaten down. And it's sad. It's so sad.
Look,
What happened to that team?
I did not anticipate Case Keenum turning the ball over 5 times.
You must have not watched him last year.
I did watch him last year. I just didn't. I didn't think it was gonna be that bad, man. Listen, The head coach is the least of their problem. It starts from the top and trickles all the way down.
Trickle
From
down
Dan
theory.
Snyder, to Bruce Allen, all the way down through the coaching staff. There's that team it has cancer. That team has cancer. And that cancer's name is Dan Snyder. And his lack of love for the game of football has killed that franchise. He loves money, not football. Why was it 70% or probably 65-35 Bears versus Skins fans at the game on Monday night? Then the next day, your head coach comes out. Yeah, I don't think our problem's at quarterback. Case Keenum's new. He's new in the system, and I think he deserves a fair shot. You suck. Your team sucks. Put the rookie in. Put butts in the seats. You can at least get fans to the game. At least develop some sort of home field advantage again by giving the fans something to be hopeful about by putting the rookie in. Now, you ask me, they drafted a quarterback 1 year too early because they're going to be drafting in the top 5 once again this upcoming draft. Look at the quarterbacks they would have had to choose from. Now, being the Redskins that they are, they may still take a quarterback.
Yes, because DC loves quarterback controversies. They love it.
They may still take a quarterback, but man, what I saw on Monday night, I will say this though. There's one bright spot on that team. There's one bright spot. His name is Terry McLaurin.
Yep.
That kid is a baller.
Yeah.
He's a straight up baller. Came out of nowhere. I really didn't pay attention to him at Ohio State.
I watched him at Ohio State.
But the kid is a baller. He balled out. He has been balling out the first 3 weeks of the season. He's the only bright spot on that franchise.
Hey man, this is my take, man, on the Redskins, and you guys kind of hit it on the head. It starts at the top with Daniel Snyder, and what his problem is, he was trying to keep up with Jerry Jones. But if he would have really been looking at Jerry Jones, I don't know if you guys noticed with most NFL teams, when they go through a draft, they decide early on, hey, look, we need to stack up our defense. Let's get the best defensive players. If not, our defense is pretty good. We need offensive play. Okay, the Redskins can't make up their mind what they want to concentrate on. And I think if they put their effort into saying, hey, look, the teams in our division, they can run the ball, they can pass the ball. We need to work on this defense. Let's work on the defense. Then our offense can hopefully keep us in the game.
Yeah, you're right. Where I got to stop you at, you're giving Jerry Jones too much credit. You're giving him too much credit.
But I will say this: Jerry Jones was on a national championship team at Arkansas, so he does know the game of football,
and he loves the game. That's a difference.
Yeah. And Dan Snyder, and no offense, Dan Snyder's never going to change. They get each team just this past season got $255 million just off the TV revenue, $250 million. Then you add on merchandising and licensing. I mean, the dude just bought $100 million yacht. He don't really care. He's making money regardless. Yeah. He looks at some of the owners. He look at some of these owners like, "Ooh, I'm putting all that work in. Yep. I'm sitting back and still clearing $350 a year.
Yep.
Come on."
Yeah, like I said, man, that's my and I agree with you guys, man. The Redskins coaching and offense, terrible play calling, and like I said, they can't run the ball, and look like they can't pass. Their defense can't really stop anybody. It's like dysfunctional. So,
well, let me tell you why the defense though. So, being still in this area, Jay Gruden had a chance in 2015 to get Wade Phillips. Wade Phillips' son was on the staff. He didn't want Wade Phillips. What did Wade Phillips go to do? He went over to the Denver Broncos, engineered one of the best defenses of all time, and won a Super Bowl. Yep. He had a chance to get He had a chance to get Vic Fangio. Didn't want him. The reason why the defense sucks is because he doesn't want a real good coach, because that unit will outshine his unit, and then all of a sudden he will lose his job. Once again, he's a fraud.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean,
Yep.
they just, man, when Keenum threw that first interception, I was like, man, what are you doing? But hey, all right, man. So
It's not a good time to be named Gruden right now.
No.
all right, so let's talk 3-0 teams, man. K man, who's your favorite 3-0 team right now?
Well, let me look at this list of 3-0 teams. So let me run down the list. We got the Buffalo Bills. We got the Dallas Cowboys. We got the Green Bay Packers. We got the Kansas City Chiefs. We got the LA Rams. We got the New England Patriots. And we got the San Francisco 49ers. And technically, the Lions are undefeated. Of the teams that I like the most that are 3-0, it is the defending NFC champions, the LA Rams. Because they've actually played people. They've actually played some teams.
I give you that.
Some of these 3-0 teams, either they're fraudulent or they ain't played nobody. So I can't really tell how good they are. At least the Rams have played some people.
All right, B-Wig, who you got?
Some people. They played the Browns. They played half a Saints. They played half a game without Drew Brees against the Saints. What?
And they beat the Panthers.
Oh man.
Some people. Okay.
Oh. Who we going at? We gonna go to the Patriots? Who they play?
Listen,
the Dolphins?
None of these teams have played, superior talent, because
the question was, who do I like?
Okay, all right, fair enough. All right, my favorite 3-0 team, I'm gonna say right now, is the Kansas City Chiefs. Just because of how impressive they looked against Baltimore on Sunday.
That defense?
Defense aside, you could say that about us. Our defense hasn't been spectacular the first 3 weeks.
I got talent though.
Yeah, but still, you could say that about the Rams. The Rams defense hadn't been spectacular.
They got talent though.
And so does Kansas City.
Kansas City got a bunch of dudes named Joe.
Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you, man. For me, it's the San Francisco 49ers. When did I turn the ball over 5 times?
Yeah, tell me about it.
I watched it. Look, because that was because they were playing the Steelers, the local game. They had that game on here.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, man, what the? And
Yeah.
I think I don't know if it was you, Brandon. I said, oh man, and then you said Pittsburgh gave the ball right back to him. I'm like, what is this?
James Conner fumbled the ball right back to him.
Yeah.
But
Can I take a second to enlighten everybody for a second? Jimmy Garoppolo is not a good quarterback. Cut off the TV for a second. Stop listening to all the talking heads at the 3 and 4 letter networks. Look beyond the contract that he got and look at his play. Now, granted, he doesn't have an arsenal full of weapons.
No, he does not. No, he does not.
I get that. I understand that. But he is not, as of right now, as of September 25th, 2019, Jimmy Garoppolo is not a good quarterback.
And he's paid like one.
Mm-hmm.
I can't argue with that one, man. You got
Me either. Hey, sometimes look, the numbers, you can skew the numbers any way you want to, but if you got 20/20, 20/40, 20/60, you see him play.
Well,
now
It's not that impressive, man. It's really
no, it's not.
I'm gonna tell you, man. The reason I said the 49ers, I think I said the last week. I've of course, I watched some of the shows, and I've looked at some of the formations that Kyle Shanahan has came up with, man, and I'm like, okay, he's getting really creative, and I agree. If they get the right personnel, like I say, don't dumb turnovers and stuff, man. I think there will be a pretty decent team out there in the West, but time will tell.
Well, luckily for them, the 2020 draft is full of receivers, so maybe they can finally get something. Because right now, all they have is Greg Kittle.
Greg Kittle, yeah. All right, so here we go. What stood out from Week 3, man? For me, what stood out was my Saints beating the Seahawks without Drew Brees. So B Wig, what stood out for you?
Dalvin Cook, man.
Oh yeah.
Woo!
This dude is like he's on one this season. They haven't played the best teams, they haven't played the best defenses, but anytime you average 6.9, 7.7, 5.3 over your first 3 games, got 4 touchdowns, man. Hey, dude is on one. He's making a case to be mentioned into the top 5 running backs in the league. Shout out to Dalvin Cook.
Hey man, I'm gonna tell you, B, along that, if you watch his highlights, man, it looked like he never even had knee surgery. The way he's jumping in and out of cuts and cutting.
He is like he's floating, like his legs are moving, but it's like he's like gliding across the turf. It's incredible.
All right, K man. So what stood out for you?
What stood out to me is I am supremely shocked by the Baltimore Ravens.
Wait a minute. Why they might be one of the best teams, but why are you shocked?
Because they lost a lot on defense last year. So I didn't think they was going to be that good on defense. But they're still really good on defense. And now you add the maturation process of one Lamar Jackson. I mean, but in just a couple plays, they could have won that game in Kansas City.
Yeah.
And then, let's be for real, Baltimore is not scared to go anywhere. They're coached by a dude who is not scared to go to any building. I'm really shocked by the Ravens. I mean, I didn't buy the Cleveland hype. I just thought that Baltimore was going to take a step back because of the defense, and I thought Pittsburgh was just going to have a good enough season to get the division.
Hey, K man, you on something? Because I'm gonna tell you, man. I watched their defense, and I was impressed because they were all over Mahomes, man. And don't be surprised that those two might meet again in the AFC Championship if New England messes up. So,
you funny.
Hey, look, man. I just saw something come on the screen said Melvin Gordon joining the Chargers on Thursday, man.
Yeah. It was reported that his thing was going to hold. I think him and his agent realized that he's Melvin Gordon.
Right, exactly.
And you shouldn't be demanding anything. Prove it. Stay healthy and prove it.
Yeah. I agree with you.
Don't fumble in inopportune times.
Right. Exactly. That's exactly where I was gonna go. And I also found out, since we started, Jalen Ramsey is gonna be away from the Jaguars.
Yeah, I saw that.
Indefinitely.
Yeah.
He's expecting the birth of his child.
The second child,
yeah.
That's important,
convenient time to, ask for a trade leading up to the child, leading up to the birth of his child.
I thought he was sick.
Yeah, yesterday he was sick.
Oh,
Today,
I thought he had a back injury.
Yeah,
I thought his hamstring was tight. I'm sorry. All these things, I just don't understand.
Yeah, his hamstring. His hamstring was tight from helping his wife.
Yeah. There's like 5 different things floating out there, but I just thought that was interesting. I just thought I'd throw that out there.
All right, man. So look, all right, here we go. Week 4 predictions, man. So, the first game, which is tomorrow night, we got the Eagles and the Packers, man. This should be a pretty good game, man. Well, who you got, B?
Packers. The Eagles are in deep trouble. They're in deep trouble. I don't trust the secondary against Aaron Rodgers, against Devontae Adams. Um, this is getting ready to get ugly in Philly.
Mm.
You remember those underdog masks they were wearing 2 years ago, leading up to the Super Bowl? They're gonna have to break them out again because they're gonna have to hide their faces after this game.
Dang. All right, K man, who you got?
That's a really good question.
You got to think long and hard about this one.
Yes, because the Packers have a pattern. They start off hot, and then they falter on offense because the first 15 plays are scripted, and then after that, McFleur, whatever that dude's name is, LaFleur, doesn't know the flow of the game. So he doesn't know how to call the flow of the game. And so their offense looks stagnant. Their defense is good, but it's not that good. So, and then Alshon's coming back. But I'll go with the Packers in a tight one.
Hey, K man, I got the Packers. I don't think it's gonna be tight, man. I think Aaron Rodgers is a bad man. I think he's gonna get up all in like a wedgie, man. I think he is. But all right, so this game, man, on Sunday. Oh my goodness, the Redskins at the Giants, man. Well, let me ask you. I got the Giants 'cause I'm done with the Redskins experiment. But before you guys make your pick, is this a coming out party for Daniel Jones against the Skins?
Why would you?
No.
I don't know. I mean, will he play well? Yes. Will he throw 2 or 3 touchdowns? Yes. Will he amaze us again? Yes. But it's the Redskins.
I knew you was gonna say that.
It's the Redskins. That being said, I am taking the Giants.
Oh snap! All right, K man, who you got?
I got the Giants because he's a rookie. If they had a competent defensive coordinator, they'd be able to expose him with the fair amount of talent they have on defense, but they don't. So, no, the Giants. What are we doing?
Look, from here on out, when we're picking Redskins game, I'm going to pick the other team and just say this because Redskins.
All right, man. So, all right, this next game, according to Brandon, of 2 undefeated teams, the Chiefs and the Lions. Who you got, K man?
Really? I got the Chiefs, but I do think it's going to be a high scoring game because both of those defenses are awful.
Yeah, that's why I was surprised you said that. I'm like, okay, I be weird. Who you got?
The Lions should be 1-2 and not 2-1. They should have lost last week. They should have lost week 1.
Yeah,
they're gonna get exposed on Sunday, and it's just the Chiefs are they're 6.5 point favorites.
Mm-hmm.
I fully expect them to cover that.
Yeah, easily, and I think it's gonna be ugly, man. But all right, the next game, and Brandon, just like the same way you said, any team go against the Redskins, you picking the other team. Any team go against the Falcons, I'm picking the other team. So
take emotion out of it, Sean. Take the emotion out of it.
I can't do it. I can't. It's not my DNA. So, I got the Titans. So, be weird. Who you got?
Man. Despite what's been happening the past couple weeks, I still like the Titans defense. But I don't like them enough to pick them in this game. I like Atlanta.
Wow. Okay. All right, K man, who you got?
I got the Titans. The Falcons are so soft. They're gonna run up and down on that team. They're soft.
Yeah, that was my whole point after seeing some highlights of the first games they played. I was like, and look, I felt good. I'm like, oh man, we back in first place in our division. All right.
They're soft, but they play well at home. So.
Good point. Mm-hmm. All right. So this game.
But they ain't got no real fans in Atlanta, so let's stop that right there.
Yeah, most of them Saints fans anyway. Hey, so this game I like for historical purposes, man, because I'm old school. Browns against the Ravens. Who you got, K man?
I got the Ravens. I think that defense. I mean, I already saw the. I mean, Brandon Williams had a really good quote. I mean, he pretty much used that Mike Tyson quote. Everybody got a plan to get hit in the mouth when he's talking about the Browns. Earl Thomas. Earl Thomas is talking about the hype of that. They don't like the Browns, or they don't like the hype around the Browns, and so I got the Ravens. I got the Ravens coming out here and taking it to the Browns and once again letting them know, hey, we used to be you guys, and
Yeah,
then we changed our colors into start to win.
all right, B, who you got?
Listen, I don't trust Freddie Kitchens at all. This is another example of
I trust him with a good stir fry.
Oh,
this is another example of a good offensive coordinator masquerading as a head coach. He's not a good head coach. I like the Ravens.
yeah, I agree with that, man. Because the play calling I watched with them, I was like, I was really suspect. Good
A
point.
draw on 4th and 9 is all you need to know.
Exactly.
Remember, this is the reason why I wasn't hyped on them, because
Yeah.
I didn't think that dude could handle all that talent, and all he's doing is getting that job ready for Mike McCarthy. That's all he's doing.
Right.
Or the Oklahoma coach, or Mike Tomlin.
Oh, yeah, Lincoln Riley. Yeah. All right. So, this next game, man, I think it's gonna be a bloodbath. And look, I'm glad AB is not there. Pats against the Raiders. Who you got, K man?
What's the game?
Pats against the Raiders.
Colts.
The Colts.
Colts against the Raiders.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right. My bad. Yeah.
The Colts. That is a physical team on offense, and that's a well-coached team, and that is a supremely talented team. And the Raiders are the Raiders.
Right.
That's
I agree. Yeah. All right, B, who you got?
Look, man, I got 4 words for you. Braden Smith, Quentin Nelson. These are 2 of the nastiest young O-linemen in the league. Y'all remember how everybody was so excited about our O-line when they came into their own, Travis Frederick, Zach Martin? Look, man, these dudes, they're already a problem. It's a beautiful thing to watch them dudes play, man. Give me the Colts.
Gotcha. Yeah, I heard about him. I think it was yesterday somebody was talking about. All right. So I got the games mixed up. So the 2 unbeaten teams, man, Patriots and the Bills, man. Who you got, B?
Give me the Patriots and the spread.
What's the spread?
Patriots 7-point favorites.
The Bills lost their defensive tackle. I think he tore his ACL. That is a well-coached team, but I got the Patriots, but not by much. Maybe 10.
Yeah, I mean they traditionally played the Patriots well. Especially in Buffalo. They've been traditionally good games, but they're not good enough to beat the Patriots.
And they're gonna hit them too. Now,
it's gonna be a good game, but don't be surprised if Josh Allen, throw for like 300 yards, man.
Oh yeah.
In one game or like 3 games in a row, combined it for 300 yards.
Yeah, look, I was messing with
If
you.
you said run for 300 yards, I can see that. Throw, I don't think so.
Hey, look, man, look for my man Cole Beasley to go off in that game.
Yeah. Wow.
All right, man. So the next game is the Panthers at the Texans, man. Who you got, K man?
Give me the Panthers. They're still a better coached team. At the end of the day, it comes down to coaching. And I said this before, and I'll say it again. Bill O'Brien's trash.
I B. Who you got, B?
I'm on the Kyle Allen train, man. The dude, I mean, it was against Arizona, but the dude looked good on Sunday. I enjoyed watching that game. I enjoyed watching him play. Give me the Panthers.
Oh wow, I'm taking the Texans, man. All right, okay, all right. See. I see how y'all going. All right. So, we all know who's gonna win this game. The Chargers at the Dolphins. Lord have mercy.
Let me check the spread on this game.
Do you really have to?
Why are they only getting? Obviously the Chargers, but this is more about how much they'll win by, rather than who will actually win the game. They got them at 15.5 point favorites. The Chargers are gonna win this game by 20 points at least.
So, K man, who you got?
I want to shout out the LA Chargers. For the first time since moving to LA, you finally have a home field advantage in a game in that soccer stadium that you play in, because you are going to beat them like a drum.
But the game is actually in Miami, but they will still have a home field advantage.
Exactly. Exactly.
Wow. Yeah. I picked the Chargers too, man. I don't know about the Dolphins are probably going to be 0-16, man. But all right, this next game, the Buccaneers at the Rams. Who you got, K man?
Rams. No commentary. No commentary needed.
Yeah, exactly. Who you got, B?
Rams.
Yeah, they just. Although Jameis Winston was throwing some pretty good passes for some reason.
Stop it. Let's stop this.
Look, man, Mike Evans will get his. That's what
Exactly.
Mike Evans does. That's what Mike Evans has been doing the last few years since he's been in the league. He gets his. The rest of that team is trash, including the quarterback.
I got a question. Why hasn't he demanded a trade?
That's a good question.
That's a good question, man.
Really, really good question.
Why am I wasting my talents? He in this sweaty hat of a city, getting played by crab legs over here, throwing me the ball all the time, either too high or too low.
Unless he has a good contract and getting that money.
I can only think of 4 words. I can only think of 4 words. No state income tax.
Yeah, that's true.
Florida. All right, man. This is gonna be a pretty interesting game, man. The Seahawks at the Cardinals. Who you got, B Wig?
Give me the Seahawks, but I think it's going to be a good game. I think little I gotta come up with a nickname for him, man. He looks so small out there on the field. Like he looks like he shouldn't be out there. Oh no, I did give him a nickname. I did week 1. Little Calvin Cambridge. Little Calvin Cambridge out there. For those of y'all that don't know, Calvin Cambridge, go watch the movie. Now I can't think of the movie. What's the movie name? Braden watches this like every day. What is the movie? Gosh, Like Mike. Go watch Like Mike. Little Bow Wow. He was Calvin Cambridge in that movie. That's who Kyler Murray reminds me of, man, because he's so small out there. Give me the Seahawks. I think it's gonna be a good game though.
All right, who you got?
How dare you? That dude is taller than Papa Smurf. Come on now. I got the Seahawks. Because the Cardinals have absolutely no talent whatsoever. And their defense is coached by one Vance Joseph. That's it.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you, man. Let me see. What's the dude's name? Oh, here it is. Hold on. I got something for you, man. Hold on. Since y'all talking about my man, Peoples. Hold on, man. I'm taking the Seahawks, but y'all know who Kyler Murray really looks like, man? Don't he?
Gary Coleman?
No, man. Don't he look like Pikachu? You know, with the hair and stuff. I'm taking the Seahawks. But all right. Um, next game, man. Vikings at the Bears. Who you got, K man?
It's a very interesting game
It is.
It really is.
because I don't think the Bears are going to stack the box because, of course, they're not scared of Kirk Cousins, but they're going to try to make Kirk Cousins beat them. But then again, the Bears got Mr. Trubisky. I got the Vikings.
Yeah, I'm telling you that this is gonna be Fox's game of the week. Who you got, B?
You mean the
It's on
Bears?
CBS. The game's on CBS.
Oh, it's on CBS?
Yeah, it's a CBS game.
Oh wow.
It'll still probably be a national game, but
Oh yeah, for sure.
give me the Bears.
Really?
Yeah, really. I think the defense is coming around.
Oh man, wait a minute. The way you guys was just talking about Delvin Cook, y'all gonna go against the Vikings?
Hey,
I'm picking the Vikings.
I don't.
Oh,
Yeah, Kennedy, he picked the Vikings. I'm taking the Bears. I think the defense is coming around, and Khalil Mack is coming around.
what?
Yeah, Kyle Fuller's coming around. A whole lot of dudes on that defense is coming around now. So
Minnesota.
I know they just
Minnesota ain't got no slashes.
I know who they just played, but I don't. I like this defense against Kirk Cousins.
What you say, K man? Minnesota have what?
Minnesota ain't got no slouches. They got Hunter. They got Harris. They got
don't.
And then they're going up against one Mr. Trubisky. I'm sorry.
Look, man, I'm telling you, he's not going to have to be spectacular to win this game. That defense is going to frustrate Kirk Cousins so much.
But
I don't look. I'm still.
But the play calling by the Bears have been really bad, while the play calling for the Vikings has been okay. And the play calling is pretty much give the ball to Dalvin Cook.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Pretty much.
All right.
We'll see.
So
We'll see.
yeah. All right, K man. The next game, man, the Jaguars at the Broncos. K man, you go first. Who you got?
Shockingly, I got the Broncos winning, even though they're the first team in 50 years. 50 years. 50 years to have a 3-game stretch or to start the season with no sacks and no interceptions. But I'm taking them to win.
Wow. All right, B Wig. Who you got, B?
I gotta go with the Jaguars. Look, I got sucked in last Thursday. I got sucked into the Minshew, the Gardner Minshew beam, and the Broncos.
Spectacular.
The Broncos haven't given me any reason to pick them, so why not?
Look, hey, K man, you just defined our pick. I'm picking the Jaguars. You just said the team has no sacks, no interceptions.
Also, they haven't scored 20 points in like 7 straight games, and they're on a 7-game losing streak. But I'm still picking them.
That's right, man. Stick with your team, man. Go down with the ship.
No, I don't stick with my team.
Yeah, you can put one of them bleeping joints up in there. All right, man. So, I already know who you got, and y'all know who I got. So let's
you gotta say why though. You gotta say why.
Oh man, I'm a ride or die Saints fan, win or lose. So what's your reason with the Cowboys, V?
Because we're a better team.
Oh man.
We were a better team last year too. We beat y'all last year, and we're a better team this year. Now it's unfortunate. I wish Drew Brees could have played this game. I was so looking forward to this game when they released the schedule. Us going to the Superdome.
Yeah. I want to revenge like I don't know what.
It's gonna be a good game, man. I think it's gonna come down to the fourth quarter. Of course, I like my quarterback in the fourth quarter over your quarterback. So,
all right, K man, come on, K man, you got to break the tie, man.
Oh, Sean, you're gonna hit me. I'm picking the Cowboys.
Oh man.
Even though Jason Garrett did not have that team prepared in the first half against the loathful Dolphins, he's gonna have them prepared for this. Now it is gonna be a close game because that home field advantage that the Saints had is like no other.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the talent of the Cowboys will win out in a close game. Score being somewhere 3 to 4 points.
Yeah, I mean the
Yeah.
the skill. I think the skill positions are pretty much going to be a wash in this game.
And Sean,
From
your secondary.
yeah, from the quarterback to running back to receivers. Now, with that being said, Eli Apple is going to get a bite taken out of him on
Yeah.
Sunday night.
Yeah.
He's fortunate. He's lucky that Michael Gallup is not going to be he's not going to be playing this game, but
I'm gonna
yeah,
tell you.
he's going to be in for a long night. Man.
I'm gonna tell you, man. Y'all on the right path because I told y'all from the beginning of the season, before the season started, we need safeties and we need another good corner because Marshawn Lattimore is pretty good, but
Except against Amari Cooper.
we'll see. We'll see because yeah, he got a little toasted last year. We'll see. It's gonna be a good game, but whoever wins is gonna be about like you say. I say between 1 to 4 points. It's gonna be a pretty good game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean Drew Brees or no Drew Brees, I don't think no lead is safe in that building.
Right.
Yeah, true. All right. So the next Monday night game, man. It's a traditional AFC North. You know, Bengals against the Steelers, man. Who you got, B?
You know, I'm sitting here looking at both teams' records. I'm like, wow. 3 weeks in and neither team has a win. I don't like Mason Rudolph for more reasons than one, but I'm taking the Bengals. The Steelers, man, they're finished. The way they lost that game, they got 5 turnovers.
Yeah,
and
I know, right?
And still found a way to lose. So give me the Bengals.
Who you got, K, man?
I got the Bengals. Mason Rudolph can take that red hat of his and shove it up where the sun don't shine.
Y'all, man, don't y'all know Mason Rudolph, man, was an awesome college quarterback, man. Set records at Oklahoma State.
No, he was at Oklahoma State, and
Oklahoma
he wasn't
State,
awesome.
yeah.
And he was not awesome.
Man.
Oh, MAGA Mason.
Yeah.
That's his new nickname, MAGA Mason.
Y'all don't watch. I watch college football on Saturdays, man. I be checking out. I try to check out all them games, man. I'm telling you, Mason Rudolph is good.
And also the Pittsburgh Steelers did one of the stupidest things ever by trading their first round pick to try to go get Minkah Fitzpatrick, because what they should have been doing was trying to save that pick and use another pick in 2020 to get a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Mason Rudolph is not a starter in this league.
Yeah, he's good, but I would say he's a good number 2. But I watched him in that game. He had some bad reads in that game. And he had a few drop balls, but I still question the Steelers play calling, man. To me, that's what I think. But I still picked them to win this game. But hey, man, that's some wild stuff there, man. All right, peoples. Any parting shots? You go, B.
Can we all just take a second and chill out on number one, all the 3-0 teams outside of the Patriots, outside of the Rams,
The Chiefs.
maybe the Chiefs. Dallas is 3-0 and played absolutely no one. Buffalo, I feel like it's 3-0 by sheer luck. Detroit, they're undefeated by sheer luck. Blocked field goal last week. Overtime, week 1. Let's just calm down on all the undefeated fans. Calm down. It's week 3, and also somebody get Baker Mayfield a tissue.
Yeah.
Somebody get him a tissue.
All right, okay, man. What you got?
What I got is the youth movement is on at the quarterback position in the NFL. We got a lot of youngins starting right now. We got a lot of youngins coming in next year and the year after that. A league that has been dominated for the last 15 years by a Manning or another Manning or Brady or Roethlisberger or Breeze or Rivers. It's a lot of Allens and Minshews and
Yeah.
Jacksons and Mahomes. The youth movement is coming to the NFL at the QB spot.
Yep.
I'll give you that one. That was the point I was gonna make. Like in the past 2 years, and probably going into the next 2 to 3 more years, there're gonna be some pretty good, really good quarterbacks coming out in the draft, man. And my other parting shot, man, was I hope the Giants don't get Daniel Jones killed because he doesn't have a running game because your boy went down. It's gonna
And the
be out.
offensive line.
Yeah, he's gonna be out about 6 to 8 weeks. So
Hmm
it could be Daniel Jones could be Eli 2.0 coming again. But I'm hoping they can get that offensive line together and somehow get a running game to protect this dude.
Hmm.
But we'll see. We'll see, man.
One more thing. If anybody has seen Cam Newton Houston anywhere, please let the Carolina Panthers know.
Yeah, I saw that mess, man. That joint was funny, dude.
Not only is he struggling with his identity, but he's about to lose his job.
He lost that yogurt commercial, and it's all been downhill. It's all been downhill.
Man, look, I'm gonna tell you, man.
Dak took that from him.
I'm gonna tell you, if you look at the outfits that he has on, man, it looked like he's trying to go back to the mid to late '70s, being a pimp. I'm telling you, if somebody can get a picture of him walking outside, get into a long old Cadillac, with the tail light kind of like off the back, I'm like, hold up, man, I knew it.
He looks like he's waiting to exhale. He looks like he's waiting to exhale. He looks like he's been wronged by so many men in his life.
We're gonna have to, we're gonna cut this.
Man, look, I'm gonna tell you. But you know what? He could be trying to get out of his contract.
His body's shutting down.
Instead of taking
the organization though. I blame the organization. For the longest time, he had what was it? Marty's kid? Not Marty's kid. I think it might have been Marty's kid calling his plays, and they just run him because he was a big quarterback, and he's just a shell of himself. Now his shoulders all to crap.
It's his foot now, right? His foot, right?
Foot, yeah. And he's spending more time on his ensembles than reading a defense, and that's another problem.
Yeah. All right, y'all brought up. We're gonna wrap this up in like 5 minutes, man. Y'all just brought up a good point. So let me get y'all take on this one. Y'all just said that Cam Newton has been getting beat up basically his entire career, right? But the thinking is he's a big quarterback. He should be able to take it. So, do you think he should take the Andrew Luck route and save his health and retire?
No, because
yeah, go ahead.
Well, the reason I say no is because even though he's taking hits, he hasn't taken the shots that Andrew Luck took over his career. Andrew Luck took. I mean, you talking about like
a lacerated kidney. He had a lacerated kidney.
And just think about it. Like Cam, for the most part, Cam has traditionally had a decent offensive line in front of him. He's never had the weapons on the outside, but his offensive line has traditionally been pretty good. Average to pretty good. Andrew Luck, they just started building that offensive line. Like for years, since he's been in the league, he ran for his life. For what, 7 years he's been in the league? 7 years he ran for his dear life, and he took shots. So I don't think he should. I don't think Cam should. I don't think he should retire.
What you think?
I don't think he should.
Monetarily, he shouldn't retire. He doesn't have the benefits that Andrew Luck. Andrew Luck was the son of Oliver Luck. Oliver Luck at one point in time was an AD at a university and played in NFL and played in college, and now he's running the XFL. Andrew Luck went to Stanford, has a 4-year degree from Stanford. So he doesn't have those luxuries of, fallback money. Now, he has good enough money, but not still, we are, for us, we want to get as much money as we can to pass it down because we never had generational type money. So I can see why he wouldn't want to play. And as Brandon said, he hasn't taken the injuries like Andrew Luck. He didn't miss a whole year like Andrew Luck did. Andrew Luck missed a whole year and could barely throw a tennis ball. Mm-hmm. So it's not that. It's just that his body's getting beat up, and probably the medical staff needs to diagnose these injuries quicker. But also, it's back-to-back seasons of major surgery.
Mm-hmm. I got one more thing. The fact that you guys say that. Should the NFL step in and say, "Hey, Cam, you had enough, man. You got to sit it down. We don't want you coming back 15 years later where you can't walk and move trying to sue us." Do you think the NFL should institute that policy to some players?
The NFL don't care about them players.
No, they don't. Look, they're gonna. That goes against the very belief in ownership. The belief in ownership is we're gonna work these boys till they can't work anymore. We're gonna send them out there and work them until they can't make us any more money. They don't care about the well-being of the players.
Every year at the Hall of Fame or some kind of Legends conference, they see Earl Campbell walking, and they go, "Hey, Earl, knowing this man can't walk." They don't care. They don't care. You are a cog in the wheel. And once that cog is used up, we put another one in there and toss you to the side.
Bro, they still spending money that Earl Campbell made them. They still got old money off of Earl Campbell.
Wow.
I mean, it's the sad truth.
I just want to get y'all take on that, man, because because growing up I was an Earl Campbell fan, man. It broke my heart to see him how he was, and that's why I was saying, will the NFL step in and say, "Hey, man, look, we've seen your history of injuries. Why don't you stop while you're ahead, while your health is kind of like okay, but."
The NFL loves showing those highlights of Earl Campbell running and his jersey getting torn off and getting trucking somebody, but they don't show Earl Campbell getting out of a car.
Right.
They don't show Earl Campbell walking down this hallway. Right. They don't want you to see that.
Right.
Yeah, good point, man. Because I've heard some former NFL players, say, would you let your son play football? And they're like, no. You can do something.
I'll leave off with this. In the NFL, you either love money or you either love winning. You love one of those two things. If it comes down to if he makes me money, I don't care. I don't care what he does. I don't care if he gets hurt. Send him out there. Let him play. He's either gonna make me money or win me games. Either way, the player loses.
Yeah.
Because he's got to go out there and take the punishment.
Yeah.
I got two names for you. Well, I got two names and two organizations. San Francisco 49ers and Joe Montana, Indianapolis Colts and Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once they deem that you ain't useful anymore, bye-bye.
Mm-hmm. All right, we're gonna wrap it up. But I'm gonna tell you, the only person that kind of got back at a team that did that was Drew Brees of San Diego.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that might be the only one that I can think of, man.
Yep.
But, all right, peoples, and look, we finished right on time. I said I didn't want to go past 8:30, man. All right.
All right. Until next week. Until next week.
Hey,
with two fingers to the side,
shaking like Cicely Tyson.
All right. Goodbye, America. Be good to yourself.
Nah, Kenny, you remember the Mountain Dew commercial?